Hi everyone, this is Daniel Sörlöv. I'm going to show you a bit of PowerShell from my PowerShell library. It is a very short introduction to a feature that I think will help a lot in developing prototype applications, or actually develop some smaller applications where you are an IT pro and you don't want to learn all the stuff to build forms and buttons and draw stuff up on the screen. So what we'll look at here is HTApps, which are pretty much like the old-time HTML applications, which you could write in VB script or JavaScript. So let's start by looking at the first file I have here. These examples are downloadable from my blog as well. So let's start by clicking this. It starts by a code block. And for you guys who have been doing some web programming in the old days, you remember the ASP tags. This is just to be a bit home and safe. We're using the same tags here. So this says that in this HTML there is a code block here. We'll execute from the top bottom. We set the title to testing. We set some width and height of the window. We define a variable that will be used later on in the script. We define a function, and then we go down to the HTML block. Everything in the HTML block will actually be executed by the client side or the application itself when you do stuff. So what I've done here is a standard HTML document with a number of buttons. If we look at the first button here, we have the standard JavaScript on-click. But instead of running JavaScript here, or actually I'm running JavaScript also side by side by PowerShell. So on-click, alert. Alert is the message box function in JavaScript. And then we want to get a message here from PowerShell. So we define p as runtime, colon. That tells the system that it's a PowerShell method we want to call. That's called invoke script. And the script here, it's enclosed in and it says just test variable. And as you all know, if you write a variable on the screen, it will echo back. So what will happen here is that the test variable, which we set up here earlier, will actually be displayed in an alert box. Then we've got a number of other buttons here as well, that exits and stuff like that. So let's try and run this script. And that we can do after we have loaded the Sorlov.PowerShell libraries and the HTApps DLL specifically. Invoke-htapp, and then the path to the script that we are trying to invoke. So feature test HTApp. Then we'll start the app up. As you can see, we have the height and width that we have defined. The title is testing. The script is running, and this is actually generated once the page is displayed. We have the button here where we'll look at the JavaScript hook for displaying a message. So click this, and the value of the variable actually comes up here. We can also execute other code like running a get process, and this is totally dynamic back and forth. We have the means of moving to other application pages as well. I've actually done a feature test to HTApp and defined that as a second button here. So let's click that button. It takes us to that page, and images, if we have any, have been embedded. Let's look at the file, how that looks. This is the image, and that is prepared by a commandlet that's called convert to HTApp. That takes an HTML file, rips all the images from their sources, whether it's a URL or a local file, encodes them, embeds them, and then renames the file to HTApp, or it create a copy that's called HTApp actually. Let's look at another example here, notekill.htapp. This is a bit more code in here. There's some CSS in here just to be a bit nicer. Also, we got a code block that's embedded in the HTML code, and this code block gets all the notepad processes and for each notepad processes it produces a line in the finished HTML that will have a button that calls a script function that is defined at the top of the script that called kill process, which will asynchronously display a message. It will kill the process and will reload my application. Let's go ahead and run this. So invoke HTApp, note kill, and enter. So I get the application, I get my process in here, it's a table, I have the kill button, sorry, and I can press the kill button. I will kill my notepad, display a message, and then the application I've reloaded. As you noted, it was asynchronously, but you can do it synchronously as well, depending on your needs. Okay, this was a short demo of the HTApp feature to quickly prototype applications or make simple GUIs without learning all the Windows Form stuff. Thank you. Visit my blog for examples and downloads. Thank you.